right? Monosaccharides there, disaccharides there, polysaccharides there. This is not grade 11, this is grade 10 you studied. Among these components, when we intake, monosaccharides are able to be directly absorbed into the body. Directly absorbed into body. Similarly, vitamins and minerals are directly absorbed into the body. Other than these three, any other one is not able to be absorbed into the body. Okay? Are you clear? Hello? 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 Islam. It's okay, man. We will get the recordings. No worries. Okay. Right? So, yes. Now, polysaccharides, proteins, lipids, disaccharides, can they be absorbed directly into the body? Mean they cannot be absorbed into the body. Are you clear? Are you clear? Right. So, mark these ones, not absorbed into the body, not absorbed directly, not absorbed, directly not absorbed. This is directly not absorbed, this is directly not absorbed. Mark it down first. Put me a run mark after marking it. Okay. Tell me after completing, put me a done mark after completing it. Right, right, right. Now, my children, if you take monosaccharides, vitamins, minerals, they are absorbed into the body or not? They are absorbed into the body or not? Absorbed or not? Absorbed. Because they are simple molecules. Why they are absorbed? Because they are what kind of molecules? Simple molecules. Mark it down. They are simple molecules. So, directly absorbed. So, directly absorbed. Complete it. Put me a done mark. Okay. Good, good, good. Then, if you take disaccharides, polysaccharides, proteins, lipids, these ones are complex molecules. Because they are complex molecules, they are not directly absorbed. Okay, they are complex molecules, so they are not directly absorbed. Mark it down, mark it down. Put me a mark. Okay. Now see, what is digestion mean? In digestion process, we convert complex molecules that are not be absorbed into the body to simple molecules that can be absorbed into the body. That is called by the name digestion. Complex molecules that are not be able to absorb into the body are converted to simple molecules that can be absorbed into the body. And this is done with the contribution of enzymes in the body. Okay, in that case, disaccharides, okay, disaccharides and polysaccharides, disaccharides and what is it? Polysaccharides will be converted to monosaccharides during the digestion process. Disaccharides and polysaccharides will be converted to monosaccharides. Proteins will be converted to amino acids. Okay. Hello. Islam. சொல்லுங்க. விடுதில்லை இல்லையா? நான் வந்து இதுல வந்து நான் 100 பார்ட்டிசிபென்ட்ஸ் தான் அதுல ஜாயின் பண்றதுக்கு தான் அந்த இதை எடுத்திருக்கேன். அந்த சாஃப்ட்வேர் அது வந்து அந்த அதனாலதான் அந்த மாதிரி பண்ணுது. சரி, ஏன்னா திடீர்னு இன்னைக்குதான் இவங்க எல்லாம் செட் ஆகியிருக்காங்க. வளமையா 60-70க்கு பேரு இந்த இதுல செட் ஆகிறது இல்லை. சரி, பிரச்சனை ஒன்றும் இல்லை. நான் ரெக்கார்டிங் அனுப்புறேன். சரி, ஓகே ஓகே ஓகே. Right? So, digestion, complex molecules are converted to, what is it? Simple molecules, right? Disaccharides are and polysaccharides converted to simple molecule of them is monosaccharides. Protein simple form is amino acid. Lipids simple form is fatty acids and glycerol. So this conversion is called by the name digestion, and that digestion makes these molecules. Can monosaccharide be absorbed into our body? Can monosaccharide be absorbed into our body? Yes. Can amino acids be absorbed into our body? Yes. Can fatty acids absorb? Yes. Glycerol absorb? Yes. These ones not be able to absorb. So this conversion is called by the name digestion. You are completing it. Tell me after completing it. Put me a done mark after completing it. Okay, can everyone understand the purpose of digestion? Can everyone understand the purpose of digestion? Good, good. And now, is it okay? Shall I erase? Okay, okay, okay. Now, my children, we have in the digestion, there are two types of digestion. One we call mechanical digestion. In the mechanical digestion is one type. Okay. Opposite word is chemical digestion. Two types of digestions are there. Mechanical digestion and chemical digestion. Now, mechanical digestion, what it does is large food pieces are broken to small food pieces. Large food pieces are broken to small food pieces. Keep the microphone off. For example, if you eat a piece of biscuit, in the biscuit there is polysaccharides. Biscuit starch. What contains? Keep the microphones off. Okay. Large food pieces. Starch. You powder. You take the biscuit. Okay. You powder it. You make the biscuit powder. What is in it? Starch. By breaking, you can't convert starch to maltose. Understood? By breaking, starch will exist in the form of starch. Starch will not become glucose. That is mechanical digestion. Large food pieces are broken to small food pieces. What is the benefit? Area increased. Okay, it will increase the rate of digestion. Understood? What is the benefit? Area increased. Because area is increased, rate of digestion will increase. You know that one. There are several factors affecting a rate of reaction. One of the factor is area. If you increase the area, rate of digestion will increase. Yes or no? Yes. Good. So, will this mechanical digestion convert complex forms to simple forms? Tell me, will this mechanical digestion convert Complex form to simple form, never, no chance. For that only which digestion is there? Chemical digestion is there. Okay? Chemical digestion is the one converting complex forms to simple forms with the contribution of enzymes. Are you clear? Are you clear regarding the digestion? Right. So you can mark it down. You can mark it down. Put me a done mark after completing it. Yes, yes, that is the real meaning. But this is also a type of digestion according to our syllabus. The real digestion means உங்களுக்கு இந்த சண்டேஸ்ல நடக்கிற இந்த சண்டேஸ்ல நடக்கிற நைட் கிளாஸ் வந்து நோன்பு முடியும் வரை இருக்காது. அதுக்கு பதிலாக தான் இந்த கிளாஸ் உங்களுக்கு போய் கொண்டிருக்கு. Tell me after completing this. Area increases, rate of reaction increases. Okay. So, to do this work, we have an entire system, and that system is the digestive system. In this digestive system, okay, see, a complete system is functioning to give you the output of complex molecules to simple molecules. To give you an output of complex molecules to simple molecules, an entire system is functioning, and that system is the digestive system. Are you clear? Good. In the digestive system, right, we have these components. You can go to the tools, those who have the tools, you can go to the page number 2. In the page number 2, right, we have the mouth and the buccal cavity. We have the mouth and the buccal cavity. This is the first part of the digestive system. This is the place we call by the name mouth. Understood? This part is the mouth. This is the buccal cavity. In the buccal cavity, you have 3 components. One, you have teeth helping you in the mechanical digestion. We have the tongue to mix the food with saliva and to make us swallow the food. Third, there are salivary glands to secrete the saliva. How many components are in the buccal cavity? How many components are in the buccal cavity? 3 components there. Teeth, tongue and salivary glands. Teeth are responsible for biting the food, breaking the food into small pieces and helping us in the mechanical digestion. Tongue is mixing the food with saliva, okay, and helping us to swallow that food. Third one, salivary glands helping to secrete the saliva. Saliva is a very, very important material in the digestion. Okay? And after mouth, we have a pharynx. We have a pharynx. After pharynx, we have esophagus. After esophagus, we have stomach. Then small intestine. Small intestine. Then large intestine. Then anus. In the diagram you are given, what are the components you have been marked? Can you be able to see the mouth cavity or the buccal cavity? Can you be able to see the mouth cavity or the buccal cavity? Mouth cavity, buccal cavity can also be called by the name mouth cavity. Those who don't have the tubes, take your textbooks. I am speaking about the textbook diagram. I am speaking about the textbook diagram. In the textbook diagram, see the buccal cavity or the mouth cavity mentioned to you. Right? So it's a textbook diagram for you. No need to worry. Second, in the diagram, are you mentioned pharynx? Are you mentioned pharynx in the diagram? No, it's not mentioned. So we will mark it. Are you mentioned esophagus? Are you mentioned esophagus? Are you mentioned stomach? Small intestine? Large intestine? Okay, your book is marking rectum as a separate one. Actually, it's a part of large intestine, but book is marking it as separate. So we are also marking it as separate. Right. Quickly mark this one down in the white sheet. Quickly mark this one down in the white sheet. Could be done mark after completing it. Okay. Completed. Good. So here in the tute, those who have the tute, otherwise in the book. Okay. In this place, let us mark the pharynx. Mark it as the pharynx. Okay. So it is the pharynx. Right. Once you look at this picture, in addition to the things I told you, what are the extra components marked here? What are the extra components marked here? Can you catch one by one? In addition to the things I told you, there are certain other extra components marked here. One it is diaphragm, other one is epiglottis, one is pancreas, gallbladder, liver, and appendix. Okay, so these are the extra components marked here. When you take these extra components, right? When you take these extra components, first it is coming to the gallbladder, right? If you take gallbladder, okay, small points I have to incorporate it here, right? If you take the gallbladder, okay, contains some green color liquid. This is the, what is it? The green color liquid. It's a yellow-green color. Can you see that one? It's a yellow-green color liquid called bile. Storing the bile is the function of gallbladder. In the gallbladder, stones can develop. That is a separate thing. This is gallbladder, real gallbladder. What is the color? Green color. Why it is green color? Because it stores bile in it. Okay, right. So here we mark that point. What is the work of gallbladder? Mark it down. Gallbladder stores bile, which is important in mechanical digestion of lipids. Gallbladder stores bile, which is important in mechanical digestion of lipids. Put me a run mark after completing it. You can mark those details in the white sheet, never mind. Gallbladder stores bile, is storing bile. It's a storing organ. It's a storing organ. Okay. Are you clear? Put me a done mark after completing it. Just put a D, that is enough for me. Just put a D mark. Don't waste your time. Don't waste your energy. Just put a D mark. That is enough for me. That's all I expect from you. Okay. Now let's speak about liver. My children, regarding liver, you need to know two things. One, liver synthesizes bile. Okay, synthesizes bile. One important role of liver is it synthesizes bile. At the same time, liver synthesizes urea. This is second function of liver. Third one, liver stores glycogen. Okay. Fourth one, liver converts glucose to glycogen. Liver converts glucose to glycogen. All these ones are role of liver within syllabus. What are the role of liver? It synthesizes bile, it synthesizes urea, it stores glycogen, it converts glucose to glycogen. Complete will you. Put me a done mark. Remember, bile is stored in the gallbladder but made in liver. Bile is stored in the gallbladder but bile is not made in the gallbladder. Bile is made in the liver. Okay, any one of these can be an exam point to you. My children, the short questions are already ready in the unit number 6. Unit number 3 short questions I sent you. Unit number 3 short questions. Doubts irundal kelunga. Okay. Ask me. I will answer you. Ketal kadaikum. Kelungal tarapadum. Tattungal tarakapadum. Okay. Fine. Liver does these functions: synthesizes bile, synthesizes urea, stores glycogen, convert glucose to glycogen. Have everyone completed it? இங்க பாரு, கேளுங்கள் சொல்றதுக்கு கெமிக்கல் போன்ஸ் அவனுக்கு விளங்கன்னு இங்க வந்து சொல்றேன். இங்க ஒன்னும் சொல்ல வேணாம். Don't speak regarding other things in this arena. WhatsApp arena is there. There you come and speak with me. Okay. Right. Thirdly, I told you about liver, gallbladder. Now that side is over now. Thirdly, who is there? Pancreas is there. Pancreas synthesizes Pancreas. Pancreas in our syllabus has these functions. It synthesizes pancreatic juice, okay, which contains digestive enzymes. Many enzymes relevant to digestion are present in the pancreatic juice. Second, it secretes the hormones, insulin and glucagon. Two hormones are made by pancreas. One it is insulin, other one is glucagon. These are the roles of pancreas. Within the syllabus limit, pancreas synthesizes pancreatic juice, which contains digestive enzymes. It secretes the hormones called insulin and glucagon. Okay. Tell me after completing it. Tell me after completing it. Okay. Okay. What is the other structure we want to speak about is, we thirdly speak about the structure called epiglottis. What is the structure? Epiglottis. In the case of epiglottis, okay, it is a lid-like structure, right? It's a lid-like structure that closes the respiratory tract when you are swallowing the food. நீங்க சாப்பிடுற சாப்பாடு லங்ஸுக்குள்ள போயிடாம இருக்கிறதுக்காக நீங்க சாப்பிடுற விழுங்கும் போது அந்த இடத்தை மூடுற organ தான் what is it? Epiglottis. Okay, epiglottis closes the digestive tract. Sorry, closes the respiratory tract. Okay, it closes the respiratory tract when we are swallowing food. Okay, see here, the food coming from the mouth should go into this. The air coming from the nose should go into this. இப்படிதான் அல்லாஹ் இதை அமைச்சிருக்கான். Understood? How it is? The air coming through the nose should go this way. The food entering the mouth should go this way. Can you see they have to cross? Can you see they have to cross? Yes, they have to cross. So when the food you are swallowing has an opportunity to go into this, right? Yes or no? So not allowing for it to enter, right? That epiglottis closes the epiglottis closes the airways. Actually, it is closing the structure called larynx. Okay, but our syllabus tells it is closing the trachea. That's not a matter for us. The airway is closed. The airway is closed. Hanan Fawzer, we will detailedly speak about those things later. At the moment, the diagrammatic representation only going on. Okay, certain ideas I am giving. The lesson is not over with the digestive system today, no? Right. Are you clear regarding epiglottis? Are you clear regarding epiglottis? So what is the role of epiglottis? Epiglottis prevents food entering to pharynx. Okay, food at pharynx entering the trachea. That's syllabus book. You can say entering the airways. Are you clear? Are you clear regarding epiglottis? Next time I will not teach regarding epiglottis in detail. I will move away. That's why I am completing these things here. Keep in the mind. Right. One more thing you have to mark in this diagram. One more thing you have to mark in this diagram. That is this part of small intestine. This part of small intestine is called by the name duodenum. 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 Mark that one as duodenum. It's a part of the start part of small intestine. Okay. Initial part of small intestine. Who is the initial part of small intestine? The initial part of small intestine is the duodenum. Okay. That is the end of the day. Bye. Day after tomorrow.